Kaibigan, alam mo na ba kung anong dapat gawin upang iwasan at sugpuin ang COVID-19? Iwasang hawakan ng bibig, mata at ilong. Laging maghugas ng kamay gamit ang sabon at tubig sa loob ng 20 segundo. Linisin ang mga bagay na palaging hinahawakan. Kumain ng balanse at masusustansyang pagkain. Matulog ng sapat, huwag magpupuyat. Stay home! Sa wastong pag-iingat, ang virus hindi kakalat. COVID-19, kayang-kaya nating tapusin.
Hi, I'm Karen Shai, and I'd like to introduce you guys to this magnificent archipelago. If you've heard of this place, you've probably seen a lot of photos featuring gorgeous beaches, magnificent reefs, and a multitude of sea animals. It's no wonder this place is called the center of marine biodiversity. Since 2004, studies have proven the Philippines to be the global center of marine biodiversity, boasting the highest concentration of species per unit area in the Coral Triangle region. That's where most of the world's marine creatures love to hang out, and we in the Philippines are lucky enough to be living in the center of it all. 19 species of seagrass, 500 species of coral, 3,000 species of fish, 6,000 species of mollusks, and many more make their homes in these beautiful waters. And that's just one of the things that makes the Philippines amazing.
In 2006, naglalaro lang kami dito sa park, sa street.
2012, nung una mag-skim.
Dati, hindi pa kami na-expose sa mga events.
Start ako mismong skateboard, 5 years old na ako noon. Nung dumating yung Edge Radio, doon nagsimula na yung mga competition. Nagbago na yung pananaw namin sa BMX.
Pinalad ng konti na sponsoran na taga-ibang bansa ng board. Malaking tulong na rin yun.
National na kami na rider ng Philippines. Tulad ng isa kong kasama na si Lance Guy, international na ngayon.
Confident kami sa mga sarili namin na ipakita yung talento namin sa kanila.
And face the light. I wanna see your silhouette. Dry the tears from your eyes and light another cigarette. Take you to the great unknown. I'll show you that you were not alone. Let the music take control. Tonight, yeah, we will go. And it's more than dance away. Let the music touch your soul and live to fight another day. See the stars light up the sky, shining down on your crying eyes. The night is young and so are we. So baby, stay. And it's more than a feeling. But I still keep on dreaming. More than a feeling. But I still keep on dreaming. And it's more than a feeling. But I still keep on dreaming.
Tamang paraan ng paghuhugas ng kamay. Ang wasto at regular na paghuhugas ng kamay ay mabisang paraan upang makaiwas sa mga sakit. Ito ay makatutulong sa pagpigil ng pagkalat ng virus na nagdudulot ng sakit. Una, basain ng tubig ang mga kamay at sabunin. Ikalawa, sabunin ang mga palad. Ikatlo, sabunin ang likod ng mga kamay. Sumunod, kuskusin ang mga pagitan ng daliri. Ikalima, kuskusin ang mga kuko. Ika-anim, kuskusin ang pagitan ng mga hinlalaki. Pagkatapos, kuskusin ng paikot ang mga dulo ng mga daliri sa magkabilang palad. At panghuli, banlawang mabuti sa malinis na tubig at patuyuin ang mga kamay gamit ang single-use towel o air dryer. Todo laban kontra Coronavirus Disease 2019.
Basta't nandyan ka, may pag-asa, dahan-dahan sa...
Kailangan nating talunin tong pandemic na to.
Kailangan lumaban na kailangan may gawin.
I'm not going to be part of that 40% that will not survive, and that's it.
Muling susulong, pwede kang mangarap.
There's still a drop of life, then I'm gonna hold on to that and I'm gonna keep it alive.
Even just buying one mask na 35 pesos, it's like we dance for joy.
Kung nag-umpisa ka na, sana may bumili ng tinda ko, parang back to basic ako.
Doon mo ma-feel na, okay, may pag-asa pala.
For the sake of the Filipinos, we just have to give it a fight, di ba?
Pwede pang mangarap.
guys, welcome back to our vlog.
Nakita ko.
We're going to film Suyo music video. It will be our first vlog. Whoa. Whoa. Let's go. Play the trouble music. Play trouble music.
So this is our first day of our shooting for Suyo, and right now I have to prepare pa to go to the venue. Right now I'm still at my house, so talk to you later muna. Hi guys! So na namin sa venue. Thank you.
Picture niya. Tanggalon. Yan, magkatawa mo tanaw. O, kana, nice. Sige, balik. Patay na yung police. Pagmas mo. Pagmas. Kung nag-advocacy ko na ito sa kanang cancer ba?
Hi. How do you feel so far?
I feel so
Uy, pare, kag nas gawas.
Nabitaw
nas gawas naman, bitaw.
Gawas sa bala.
Okay.
Hala, palabig tilap-tilap.
Maginana mo, hantod sa mahurot.
Sige, ready. 1, 2, 3.
All right. In the house now, we've got, syempre, walang iba, kundi ang REON. Maayo. Paano ba pag, when you say good morning in your place in Ormoc or in Waray?
Magandang umaga. Magandang umaga. Good may buntag.
May buntag ninyo tanan.
Maayong buntag din pala. O, pareho lang pala na maayong buntag. Okay. Bisaya talaga. Hello, kumusta? Ang ganda ng ang ganda ng music video in the making. So, how are you guys? It's fresh na fresh in the morning. Syempre, vacation for students like you. Uy, shoutout pala muna kay Alex, Fatboy Lim, thank you for for arranging this interview. Thank you so much. Maayong buntag sa iyo. Daghang salamat, bye. Kasi buwano rin yan eh. Si, di ba? Si Fatboy Lim. And ito, merong early morning. Ito. Naku, nagsimula na sila mag-comment. Aleza Grace, nice to see you in Edge TV. REON. Yeah, REON. Aliza. Ayan, tatag mo sila. Yeah, Domingo. Watching.
Tita ko yan.
All right, go, REON. And yeah, of course, collectively known as REON. The first question of the day is, bakit REON? Medyo na nausublid ako dun REON.
Actually, the first time na gumawa kami we planned to pursue the duo thing, we planned na the band name would be like letters from our names. So, ayan, we got...
Rone, ayun sa
Okay.
Reno at Torres, supposedly.
Buti yung magaling kayo mag-scramble ng letters, ha?
So, ayan. We got the RE from Rian and the ON from my name.
Nice.
And, but, yeah, it also has a meaning.
Okay. Can you enlighten us about the meaning? Ako actually, tapos all small letters pa yun sa Facebook nyo, no? Sabi ko, wow. Kapag tinatag ko, gumagawa pa ako ng caps lock katabi niya. Kasi parang, it's so small. Why is it? Ano ba meaning ng REON pala talaga?
Actually, it's
kanji word kasi yan.
It's a kanji word, which means beautiful sound.
Beautiful sound. Okay, and also beautiful faces, di ba? Sabi nga dito ni Aliza Grace, kagwapa sa ako pumangkon. Go, REON.
Oh my God.
Gwapo din, syempre, si Noah. Ayan, beautiful faces. And of course, syempre, pagka yung panglabas, although it's a talent already from God, yung physical features, pero deep inside din, nakita rin naman ng buong Pilipinas how talented REON is. In fact, you guys won the grand prize for song, di ba, sa Philpop 2020 Songwriting Festival. Congratulations! Wow,
Thank you po.
Yung galing. Tapos mamaya, meron silang special version, exclusive to, for Edge TV. Yan, ang kanilang winning song. Mamaya natin tatanong yun. Pero let's give way muna to more of this comments. Hi, REON, big fan with Missy Makairan from Makindo Boarding House. So, may kasama pong heart. Diyan yan, sa Ormoc City?
Probably sa Baybay po. Sa school.
School nila.
Okay. Oh, wow. Pero ano naman ngayon, di ba? School break pa. Christmas break. Watching here, REON. Mayong buntag. Ayan. Salamat sa inyo.
Mayong buntag.
Ay, teka, meron pa. REON, Anessa, Tiburon. Tapos, may skip pala. I love you songs, REON. Oo nga, talagang siya, how do you define your song? How do you, pagsabi, di ba, we always talk about genres, gano'n. Ano bang genre? Maskip
Um,
yung isa kong comment. You're both good looking, stars in the making, syempre, collectively known as REON.
ayan.
Ayan, oo. Parang ano ba yan? Kasi pop duo ang this description na
Mm,
ginawa kong caption for you guys. Eh.
mm.
Agree ba
Um,
kayo doon?
yung Rion kasi parang nandun yung playfulness ng sound namin. We got
Okay.
the syempre our typical genre na um, bedroom pop, which
Okay.
we
Talagang
use.
especially ngayon, no, literally coming from the bedrooms na talaga.
Apa. Literally nasa bedroom talaga. So we use yung parang easy lang sa ears na mga sounds na you wouldn't
Yung
hear
mga,
from
you
typical
can chill
bands.
in your,
Apa.
yeah, you can chill from your bedroom po.
Oo nga eh.
And,
Parang very soothing and very melodic, no? So who writes the songs?
both of us po.
Oh, good.
Sometimes po, Noah could just send tracks and
Mhm.
like I would suggest some tunes or probably some lyrics to like fill in the blanks. Sometimes
Oh,
then
nice,
yung
nice.
mag kanang Noah would make a few lines na for the lyrics and I could just fill in po. And sometimes din kanang ako din po yung gumawa. And
Wow.
Noah
So
would
you
just
Yeah, so you guys know each other well. How far are you from each other? And are you both from Ormoc City?
Um,
no
la,
po.
No.
Actually
Okay.
before
Yeah.
we were
taga Ormoc po ako pero
we were like
I transferred here.
Yeah.
we were
Like,
20 kilometers away.
Medyo malayo
pero
na.
pero right now it's
Yeah.
like 30 kilometers
Oh,
apart
wow.
na kami.
It's
Yeah.
quite far, especially, no, considering the, quarantine, the lockdown, the lockdowns that we are having. So, hindi talaga kayo lagi ngayon magkasama in terms of creative processing, no? I mean, writing, producing your songs. So, talagang kanya-kanya muna kayong place, no?
Apa.
Okay. So, good naman kasi talaga yung if you have a good chemistry. Pero how long has REON been together as a band, no? As a group?
Actually, we started just December of 2019.
Oh,
Pero
wow. December
as of
2019, as in a few months before
Yeah.
lockdown? Hell, wow. Wow, and you're really gone so
Yes.
far. Galing, galing.
Apa.
Oo.
1
Pero
year
prior
na
to
po.
that, parang ano kayo, friends na rin kayo dati? Or parang churchmate, friends, or parang before you started the band, gano'n?
Actually that time
Um,
Syrian was doing covers of Christian songs on
Okay.
Instagram. Tapos
Yeah. Okay.
ayan, we had a chit chat about like
Mhm.
doing a cover of a song. Then
Mhm.
ayun, hindi namin na pursue kasi we were busy that time and
Mm.
we had stuff to do sa school.
Yeah.
So ayun, as a sort of like pangbawi ko sa kanya, I told Rian na, hey Rian, may song ako dito na I wrote off that time. I wrote off my mind. So ayun, sinabi ko I wrote a song and pwede ba tapusin natin? And like
Mhm.
if like you could incorporate some lyrics in it. So ayun, we made the song. The song was finished and I told Rian na, what if gumawa tayo ng duo band?
Oh, wow.
Parang I don't know if you
Nice.
know the band, pero parang Hone na duo band sila.
Ang alam ko,
So
duo,
ayun.
the Chainsmokers, parang ganyan.
Oh, parang ganun.
Well,
So,
anyway, sige.
Start.
Ganda ng history nyo, ah. So, tsaka ang bilis, ah. The development is so fast. Then, okay, so let's play this song muna, yung Suyo, your quarantine version, no? Then we'll talk about the song, di ba? And also your experience. Siyempre, oh, can you imagine that? From a band, that started in December 2019 on the way to winning the grand prize, no? For, Philpop 2020. hindi madali yun, ha? It's especially you competed with, it's nationwide, di ba? Especially with this lockdown, marami nagsulat talaga ng songs. So let's talk about the song later, and we'll some of the comments kasi i-flash ko na rin during the song, okay? So here we go. This is a very good rendition, a good version of your own original song. So let's hear it, guys. Don't go away.
Bakit ba palagi kang nakasimangot na parang pasan mo ang mundo? Oh, sinta, ayaw lagi ba o pinaldita? Ikaw ray gihigog mo ko.
Di ko inakalang ganito, nagkaaway na naman tayo. At kahit na ako'y galit at di kita pinapansin, ikaw pa rin ang para sa'kin. La 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 Sabi mo, lalabas tayo pero ang busy mo. Oras lang ang aking hiling sa'yo. Tagtasat ko ni mo jutay diha nang loob man ako ni mo.
di ko inakalang ganito at napasuyo na naman ako. Di bali na kitampuhin at minsan kulang ka sa pansin. Ikaw ba rin ang para sa'kin? La 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 la
Galing, galing, galing. Solid talaga, very melodic, talaga feel good, and ang ganda ng version nyo, Quarantine, ganda. So,
Thank you po.
kaya sabi ko nga kay Alex, sabi kasi niya, naku, we cannot request for a whitelist kasi I don't want to play your music video without the proper permission from your label. Kasi definitely, mamimute, mafa-flag pa kami. Kasi there's such a thing as whitelist eh. So, kaso sabi niya, impossible na kasi bakasyon. So, okay lang. Sabi niya, sige, gagawa na lang sila. Tapos, mamaya lang, he sent me the video. Sabi niya, ang bilis ng mga batang to, sabi ni Alex. So, very, very good song. What's that song about? Hello, Mission. Oh, 20 stars. Thank you for your stars, ha? Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, sige, go ahead, please.
So,
Excited ako.
Si Rian yata
Sige,
will
go.
answer for that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
Rian.
ako na lang. Ako na
Sige,
lang.
ikaw muna. Medyo,
Um,
yan. Oh,
Wait,
sometimes
sorry, I
it's
can't hear
lang
po.
talaga. It's okay. Alam mo, it's just natural. Pilipinas pa rin tayo. Ito pa rin internet. Anyway, it's better, di ba, in the morning. So, yan. I was just asking about the story of the song. So, ayan, si Noah, sabi niya, will tell the story.
So, basically, yung suyo, it's actually about two lovers who are fighting, which is like a very common occurrence that people do. And so, like, we wanted to make a song from this. It's not just the fight that we're gonna be focusing about, but the love that they have together. So yeah, that's kapag mag-aaway yung dalawang lovers, of course, magsusuyo silang dalawa. So yeah, we made song Suyo.
Romance.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Yes,
para like-
sinusuyo mo. Correct. Tama.
So
Tagalog din
kasi,
yun? Or is it a Bisaya word then? Or Tagalog talaga yung suyo?
it's a Tagalog word yata.
Yeah, okay.
Yes,
It's definitely
Tagalog po.
a Tagalog word. Kasi the story behind it, kasi it's originally an idea of mine. Then I told Rian na, hey Rian, what if gumawa tayo ng Bisaya song tapos Tagalog song rin. Kasi we never had a Bisaya song before. So ayun, it all started as an idea and we incorporated our ideas in it, lyrics and melody. So ayun, it all started with that.
Okay, pero ang ganda talaga. And it's very, not only just energizing, nakaka-feel good talaga siya, especially in this time, no? We're still in this pandemic season and medyo matagal pa. We're not yet sure when this will end. Ano? So which also leads me to the question, what are your ngayon plans, especially ngayon medyo pandemic? Pero actually, the pandemic didn't really restrict you from being fruitful. In fact, in the middle of this pandemic, talagang you were fruitful. Yung probably for now, your biggest achievement happened during the pandemic, and you're becoming so fruitful. Ayun. So what are the plans of siguro pa bago yung plans, ano ba yung what was the secret behind yung inyong pagiging positibo, fruitful pa rin, even in the midst of the pandemic and the lockdowns, Yan. Tapos going to the plans of the band.
Actually, it's all God kasi it's all His. Hindi namin magagawa to if wala si God. Pero sa paggawa namin ng kanta, probably kasi we have been making music without meeting each other kasi like from the start. We've never we probably met once for one song, but yun lang yata yung time na nag-meet kami to record and to like make the song. But yeah, it's all like the pandemic was like nothing to us, like wala siyang effect kasi we've been doing this separately talaga eh. So
pero galing ang chemistry. The chemistry of REON is galing, excellent. So what are the plans pala? The plans of REON, are you coming up? Are your songs on Spotify na ba and other digital platforms?
Yeah, we're on Spotify, Apple Music, on probably
YouTube,
on all,
YouTube Music. Nasa YouTube Music.
YouTube Music, YouTube rin.
That's my preference nowadays, YouTube Music. Ganda. Hindi magulo. Okay, so we are going to, sige, let's talk about your future plans. After playing this song, screen share natin tong Dreams, no? Okay, this is because this is a good. So actually, normally, what I do for mga artists or bands, we do an hour an hour's worth ng parang interview with 4 songs. Kaya lang, syempre, okay din to. Short but sweet, di ba? So we can play
It's
two
okay.
songs. So Dreams is a lyric video. Guys, you can see, ito yung kanilang, I'll show you the, before playing. Yan ang kanilang YouTube channel. Guys, if you haven't yet subscribed, REON Official. Okay, REON Official. So they already have 2,900. Nalampasan pa ang HTV. Oh, bilis nyo. Okay, subscribers. Ayan. Okay, so if you have not, please do subscribe. And also, syempre, like, panoorin nyo, marami na silang materials. So this song, Dreams, okay, we'll talk about it after playing this. Okay? So don't go away, guys. We ain't done yet.
Waiting sunset, talking dreams, talk about everything that we should have been. We've been trying to move on, now we're on our own. I know we were meant for someone.
Now we have been a tragedy, singing to this melody. Now we drown in tears of irony, keeping our anxieties. Oh, 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 we have been a tragedy, singing to this melody.
Going up in circles from morning to the night. I want us to be happy, but without me by you. Still fixing up our pieces, all those broken hearts and minds. I know that we try. I know that we try.
Now we have been a tragedy, singing to this melody. Now we drown in tears of irony, keeping our anxieties. Now we have been a tragedy, singing to the melody. Now we drown in tears of irony, keeping our anxieties. We have been a tragedy, singing to this melody.
Yun.
Yay! Yun yung dreams po.
Yeah, Dreams. Sorry, yung ticker medyo na-cover yung ibang lyrics pala. Anyway, they can watch it. Don't forget, guys, to subscribe to REON. Ipakita natin yung spelling. Pero I'm sure they all know. REON. Ayan. Official. Yan. Sa Facebook, meron din silang Facebook page. Like and subscribe. Follow. REON din. Small letters yun, no? Okay, so, yan. Can we, teka muna, before you say your, yung ating closing, have future on plans ng REON. Ito, sorry, na-cover si REON. I like REON's composition Suyo. I like the uniqueness in how they combined the two major dialects in the Philippines, the Tagalog and Cebuano, in one beautiful song. The message of the song is relatable to any couple. I like the good vibe of its melody. The riff part is lit. Yeah, solid, diba? Felt good. Felt good, felt good to listen to. Congrats, Rion! Yeah. Yeah, talagang it deserves to be, to be the song of the year. Actually, one of the, nalaman ko nga kay Alex, one of the judges was Sir Ryan Cayabyab himself. Wow. So
Yes.
that makes it
Yes.
even sweeter, di ba? All right. Okay, Ezra says, I love you guys. Okay, so because we have to wrap up, siguro, sige, unahin natin si Rion para ayan. Ayan. Okay, your parting message and what would they expect from you and the band? Yeah. Siguro, ano pa? Kahit ano pa? Sabihin mo.
To those of you who supported, thank you everyone, and I hope you guys would subscribe our YouTube channel, to our Spotify, and to every kanang song distribution ng songs. Thank you so much, and we're hoping that you guys would still follow us in our future releases. And so yeah, we have upcoming releases, and yes, abangan niyo yun. So yes po. Noah.
Ayan. Teka lang ha, ilipat ko siya sa, yan, alright.
Ayan, probably as songwriter, I would like to encourage everybody, like sa mga aspiring songwriters na to continue writing kung ano mang nasa isip nyo. Write it on a piece of paper, on your notes app sa phone nyo, or whatever. And probably sa future, you'd never know, baka yun yung hit song in the future. And yeah, that's probably all. Ayan, yung sinabi na ni Rian, you could follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music. And ayan, also, we wish you a Happy New Year to everyone na nanonood.
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, guys.
Yes. So next year, you're coming out with an album. How many songs do you have up there on the digital platforms?
We already have 13 songs on
Oh wow, ang
Spotify.
dami. Very productive band. A very productive band. Solid yung chemistry nyo. Ang galing. Yeah, very fruitful. Okay, good. Okay, we have a good, sige ha, teka. Ito, may comment kasi ang ganda ng comment dito. Thanks for inspiring more young singer-songwriters, Rion. Diba? Just keep writing, producing music, just keep creating. Kasi you never know, like you guys, you're the perfect example, no? From your bedroom, diba? Lalo kayo commercial dati ng NU107 sa Indoro. The music you're coming from. Yeah, diba? Yung the things that you're doing in your bedroom. Ngayon, ayan na. Rian inspired me to cut my hair. Wow, ha? Thank you. Played it 1,000 times. Na hindi siya nakakasawa. Put them in your playlist, guys. Hindi pa kasama dyan yung Wish It Was True. I Will Like You, I'm Human. Ang dami. All right. So, galing. Thank you. Natatakpan yung ating mga guests because of the comments. I started going back to songwriting because of Rion. Wow. Sige, we're excited to have you here. Diba? We have to showcase your music, Anessa. Thanks for being one of my inspirations. Baka meron kayong gustong pasalamatan or shout out as we say goodbye. Congratulations, my niece from Julie. Ayan. Okay, so proud of you guys. And ito, tapos yung Lisa. Tapos yung Lisa. Okay. Dami silang song. So, Rion, guys, don't forget. Meron kayong gustong pasalamatan?
First and for all, of course, thank you kay Lord, and second, thank you sa Edge Radio TV for having us here. And it's a pleasure.
It's a pleasure, guys.
And to be featured on your segments. And ayan, sa lahat ng nanonood, thank you so much for being with us up until now.
Thank you. Yeah, God bless, guys. Stay blessed, and we're so excited to have you back here. Keep us posted. Play ko na yung song niya dito sa aming mga live stream.
Yes po.
Ah,
Sure.
Sige,
All
thank
right.
you
Thank you,
po.
guys. And also, pag may clearance na, we'll be featuring your music video also. All right. Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year!
Thank you. And guys, there you have it. We'll be back with Wildlife Matters. Siyempre sa creator and host si Torres Ong. Ito is about yung animal rights, especially wildlife matters kasi talagang medyo may problema tayo. One of the causes of the pandemic was our yung pinapabayaan natin ang ating wildlife. So, guys, we'll be back. Thank you, REON and Noah. REON.
Thank you
More
so much
power
po.
to you guys. Bye-bye. All right. Thank you so much, REON. And we got here Jazz. Hello, Jazz.
Hi.
Finally. Yeah, finally. Live tayo live. Yun. Because, Wildlife Matters has been our partner pagdating sa, animal rights, di ba? Protection. And, for those who have watched Wildlife Matters, ang galing talaga. Yes. Single-handedly. Kasi nga na-lockdown, pero si Jazz, single-handedly, talagang still went through, talagang dinerecho pa rin. And we're so amazed sa mga nakita natin ng mga episodes, even on lockdown. Galing. So, bati ka muna pala.
Sorry, what?
Sabi ko, greet ka muna. Yeah. Sorry, Jazz. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm really glad to be here. Again, talking to Raymond. Hello.
By the way, we're going to play, we have prepared 3 short videos. Kasi nga, sa akala ko talaga, dati kasi hanggang 5 minutes lang. But after I uploaded, sabi ko, nakita ko, wow, more than 5 minutes and 17 seconds. Sabi ko, kaya ito. Anyway, sabi ko, try ko rin. Tapos, then, na-upload. Tapos, ko, wow, up to 10 minutes na rin pala. Stay north. Okay. So, teka muna, ihabol ko lang. Thank you nga pala, Sophia, Hazel, and ito yung lola nila. Ayan, ni REON. Rebecca Angka. So proud. Bata pa si lola. Alright. Ayan. Thank you guys. Supportahan natin yan. But now, ano natin ipe-play para we get to, actually, the first one you sent, the first link, let's do it in that order. Play muna natin before you, talk about it. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. So, here we go. We've got our first video. Parang ito yung, kumbaga, ang ating, how do we call this? Hindi naman, are these your top favorites ba? Or hindi naman?
Hindi naman, but those are very important videos. Especially during this current
yung situation natin. Alright, talagang si Jazz laging yung concerned sa sa welfare ng mga animals. Okay, here we go.
Hey, it's Jazz and don't fly away. Hey, it's Jazz and this is Wildlife Matters. If you ask someone to give you an example of an endangered species, I bet they're gonna answer something famous like pandas, tigers, whales, or rhinos. Rarely will you run into someone whose answer is gonna be cloud rats, hellbenders, or Philippine eagle owls. And while there's nothing wrong with supporting those popular endangered animals, there is an issue that we need to talk about. Do you know the issue? You know the issue? Let me introduce you to the terms charismatic and non-charismatic species. These terms are both used in conservation, but let me break it down for you. Charismatic species are species that are in need of conservation, that are famous in a sense that they are the ones that are most talked about. They're the poster child for every campaign, and you see them everywhere, like on notebooks, fundraisers, t-shirts, you name it. These animals are usually mammals or large birds, and they're usually large, dangerous, cute, or furry. On the other hand, non-charismatic species are the opposite. These species are usually small, slimy, spiny, and unattractive to most humans. And the general public knows little to nothing about them. They are the endangered animals that are not paid attention to. So charismatic animals are the ones that get most of the attention when it comes to conservation. In conservation programs, a lot of money is needed, and that's why many orgs are raising funds to set up campaigns for animals. But not all species are as bankable as others. The unattractive, non-charismatic ones usually end up getting overlooked. But don't get me wrong, conserving popular endangered species isn't a bad thing. And in fact, that's the reason why they're able to stand a chance against extinction in the first place. But on the other hand, there is another side of the spectrum that also needs protecting. Because while we are busying ourselves conserving only the charismatic animals, we are slowly and unknowingly allowing the non-charismatic animals to disappear. To make it simpler, let me give you a real-life example. Let's look at Instagram. Now, you can earn money on Instagram, but first you'd have to be famous. You'd have to be an influencer. And you can have the best personality in the world, be the most interesting person, and still not make it as an influencer if you don't have the specific standard of looks or appearances that Instagram users are looking for. And so in the same way, animals that don't look as cute or as eye-catching as others don't receive the attention and the funding that they need and barely even get a campaign to start. And as a result, will go extinct faster than popular species. The cloud rat, for example, is an animal that's close to me and the Wildlife Matters team because it's a local species that not a lot of people know about. It's a rat the size of a rabbit and has a big bushy tail. And there are many species of cloud rats, and all of them are declining in numbers. There's not much research or conservation initiatives to support them because very few are paying attention. So many species are facing decline, and we don't even know about it. The bramble K. melamis, for example, is a small rodent that very few people knew about until it made headlines in 2016. Why? Because it went extinct. What about Chinese crocodile lizards, Chinese pangolins, toad-skinned frogs, Hispaniolian solenodons, pelagic thresher sharks, or the sadly named hellbenders? Ever heard of them? Probably not. Do we have to wait for species to go extinct before we start paying attention? No, we shouldn't. So what should we do? Number 1, pay attention to even the least appealing species. Animals like mammals are the easiest to get people to pay attention to, but animals like fish, amphibians, reptiles, and even insects, all of them end up getting overlooked and are facing terrible declines. Number 2, don't leave the conservation to charity alone. With threats like the illegal wildlife trade and deforestation, more and more animals are being added to the list of endangered species. The problem is that we tend to have this thinking that conserving animals is the job of charities or NGOs, but this is something that all of us, including the government, should be paying attention to as well. In fact, there should be national budgets allocated to preserving our wildlife and nature because this is essential, especially when you have an economy that's based on tourism. Number 3, turn the non-charismatic into charismatic species. Media, word of mouth, and visuals all have the power to instill animals in people's minds. If we can talk about non-charismatic animals more, if we can include them in the conversation, then we actually have the power to instill them in people's minds, to both the young and the old. Start them young. Teach them about these animals as early as you can, because when people pay attention, conservation begins there. Number 4, research. Keep on learning about animals. The internet is your friend. Do your research and stick to credible sources.
You can also check out EDGE, which is an org that focuses on protecting non-charismatic species. Check them out at edgeofexistence.org.
Let's grow in... Let's grow in knowledge together and make sure that no animal gets overlooked. We are now transitioning into a world where inclusivity is so important. But let's not forget that when it comes to animals who can't speak for themselves, we become their voice. And we have to make sure that the inclusivity applies to them as well. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and make sure to share this video with your friends. Because remember that every piece of wildlife matters.
Alright, we are back. So, ang galing naman talagang Ngayon ko lang na-realize, Jazz, there's such a thing pala as discrimination din among the animals. Totoo yun, kasi mayroon talagang very attractive, like yung mga panda, di ba, kangaroo, para bang, especially panda, di ba, it's also part of the mga endangered species din yan, no? Pero yung nobody's worried about snakes, nobody with pythons, di ba? Yung mga scary, like owls, like, pet mo ba yung owl na yun? Is it an eagle
No,
owl?
it's borrowed from someone.
Okay, galing Oh yeah, because you have a circle of friends na talagang
Yes.
into animal rights protection, wildlife protection.
Mhm.
Okay, so but let me ask you din muna, why are you so passionate about animal conservation, especially these exotic animals are medyo scary, di ba? That when the normal people, when they, like me, when I grew up, when I was growing up, makita ko ng snake, automatic, I wanna kill it, di ba? Parang, it's so threatening, pero you're so, kinikilabutan nga ako sa mga episodes mo when you have your python there, yung albino pa yata, yun, So,
Mhm.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I was raised by a family. Well, not a family, but my mom really loved animals. So growing up, she really made sure that I would be exposed to as much of wildlife as I can. So as a kid, I would always watch yung mga shows ni Steve Irwin, ni Jeff Corwin, and then I would read up on animal books. Like ever since I was young, I was always obsessed with them. And I think that's probably the same thing that any animal lover would tell you. But I think it's just that um, it's hard to put into words, but animals are so amazing. Now they are so unique, they're so special, and I I really feel like the world is just so boring without them. And if you're like me, if you're an adventurer, and you really see na parang having animals in the world and discovering them makes life much more worth living. So yeah, that's basically why I'm really passionate about animal conservation. Is because as a steward of this planet, I
Yeah.
want to make sure as much as possible that I do my part in protecting them. Especially because they, like I always say, they cannot speak for themselves. So
Correct.
I feel like this is a burden, this is a job, this is a responsibility, not just for animal lovers, but even non-animal lovers to love and protect, these creatures.
Okay, so that's really good though. Thanks to your mom, talagang I believe she's also very passionate about animals. So, do you think that our world now is like in a desperate situation in terms of the situation of the wildlife now? Kasi ito nga, our pandemic, di ba? Sabi nga nung una, it's because of the ano ito, the hindi thickening talagang we're losing our wildlife our vegetation, our forests, no, even in the sea. Tapos because of that, yung parang habitation ng mga wild animals lumiit na. So yung mga viruses in the jungle, parang eto na sila in the urban centers. Parang ito yata one of the causes, di ba? Sabi nga because of eating bats, pero there are other din. Pero ano to, sitwasyon natin ngayon, talagang kailangan ba ito ba pandemic na to related ba to, and do we have to do something really radical, ganon, or that drastic about our situation now?
Yeah. What's happening in the world right now, not just the pandemic, but even climate change and shortage of resources, everything's connected in. So with this pandemic, it was really, scientists are really saying that it was caused because of not just eating animal products, but also because of the illegal wildlife trade, how they are being
Animal
transported
poaching,
and
is that the
ground.
animal poaching and illegal
Yeah.
trade of wildlife? Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Kasi dun pa lang, while they're, being poached and put in those small places, there's so much opportunities for new viruses to develop. Because you're taking them from the wild, and in the wild there's so much viruses, there's so much disease, right? So and these diseases, they can actually mutate with other animals' diseases and turn into something like the coronavirus. So I also believe that it's not just because of eating animal byproducts, but also because of poaching. Because there are so many people
Poaching,
who
yeah.
are into, like me, are into exotic pets, but their exotic pets are from the wild. They are not from captive
Yeah,
bred.
and it's already illegal to catch these, di ba, mga wild
Yeah.
animals na to.
Yeah. So, yun, that's basically the gist.
Oo, pero like an animal lover like you, how do you expect na before we play na rin natin yung mamaya kasunod, ano? Kasi these are very important videos, eh. Pero how do you expect to para bang do you know parang do you believe that you can do something talaga na to help in this crisis kasi talagang medyo especially for a young woman like you, 'di ba? Private citizen kasi there are people like mga ang tawag doon, yung mga mga forest rangers, 'di ba? Ang dami diyan eh, iba-ibang mga DNR pero when you see mga reports of poaching and illegal mining, illegal logging like what we have seen, no? Epekto nito sa Cagayan, sa Bicol, everywhere in the Philippines, flooding is everywhere because of denuded forest. No? Do you think we can still do something about this? Like for you, example, yung ikaw, may magagawa pa ba tayo if we act now?
Yeah, I'd like to believe that we can do something about this. Maybe we might not see the results now, but in the future and for the future generations, I know that if we start now, we will see an outcome. We will see the changes happening. So that's also why Wildlife Matters to me is a very important platform, because first of all you need to stop the demand for these animal products.
Oh yes.
And a lot of people don't even know that these products are bad to consume or that they have negative impacts on the environment. And so how do you do that without communicating? You know, these people, what are the chances of these people reading research articles, scientific articles about why you shouldn't eat this, why you shouldn't eat this, you know? So it's really the goal of Wildlife Matters to make the science behind it very, very simple enough for people, even children, to understand, so that they can keep on passing on the knowledge to other people as well, until we can build a world where we all know, we're more informed, and you know, it's going to be really frowned upon in our culture to consume wildlife.
Yeah, one step at a time lang, no? Pero if we band together, no? Okay, I love your positive passion, your optimistic view mo, and you're doing small things that really matter, especially online naman eh. Anybody can see it. Okay, we got here a comment. Sabi dito ni Rue, yeah, Save Planet Earth, Rian. Okay, hello. Thank you. Okay, so ayan. Thank you rin kay Noah, ha, our guest kanina. Okay, yeah. Thank you sa inyo. Okay, let's play this video. The next video is also, of course, about wildlife pa rin, syempre. Okay, so ito na. Don't go away, guys. This is a very, very good video. One of the episodes, one of the short videos from Wildlife Matters. They have a Facebook page and they also have a YouTube channel, right?
Yes.
YouTube na yan, no? All right.
Hey, it's Jazz, and this is Wildlife Matters. The fight against wildlife crime is everyone's fight, and it's up to each and every one of us to do our part. Enough with the compromises, the bribes, enough with the palusot. Last episode, we took a look at the RA 9147, and in today's episode, we are still going to be talking about that, so if you haven't seen the previous episode, first check that out. But if you have already, then here is what you and I now need to do. Number 1, follow the rules. Knowing what the law says is the first step, and observing it is the second. Now that you're aware of the laws that govern animals in our country, you can easily tell what's right from wrong, and you yourself already know what you should be avoiding. And you'll be able to recognize if ever you come across someone who is committing a wildlife crime. Number 2, do not buy from the illegal wildlife trade. We've already mentioned why the illegal wildlife trade needs to be stopped in our previous video and why it's a terrible, terrible business. Because if you think about it, if we want to put an end to the illegal wildlife trade, then we have to stop creating a demand for these products. Because if there's no demand, then poachers will stop supplying. Thinking of getting an exotic pet? Make sure that they're not taken from the wild. The law states that when you're keeping exotic animals, you need to have them registered and regularly report to the DENR, or the Department of Environmental and Natural Resources. So please don't forget to do that. If you buy from an illegal source, you cannot register it. So either way, you're breaking the law. If someone offers you a wild-caught animal and says they're just gonna find a way to make it legal, that's still illegal. Or if they say, papapelan ko na lang yan, that's still illegal. And if you're caught, there are consequences. But for your information, there are special cases wherein they allow people to keep threatened wild animal species. But that's if and only if you're gonna be doing it for conservation breeding or research purposes. And they're gonna check if you have a facility and all the means to do that. I know that a lot of people complain about having to go through this process because they think that it's a hassle, but trust me, it's not. And it's better this way, because that way, the government can do a better job in monitoring the animals in our country. If you're buying an animal, buy legal. Number 3, do not tolerate wildlife crimes. We see it online. We even hear stories about it from friends and relatives. Most of the time, people are even proud that they killed a wild animal or nakahuli sila. But we need to put our foot down and say, this is not okay. Just this morning, I saw someone post a picture of a dead, harmless snake that was killed. This is why education is so important, because it makes you think. Nahiyak ako. Why? It makes you think. How many more? When you're about to kill them, I'm so emotional. When you're about to kill them, they can't scream and say, no, I don't want to eat you, I don't want to hurt you. How many more harmless species are we gonna have to destroy by people who just didn't know? Being educated is the best weapon you have against them. Let them know that what they're doing is wrong. Let them know that there are consequences, not only on them, but on humanity in general, if people like them keep on doing this. And number 4, push for better legal enforcement. Let's encourage the government to do a better job in making sure that these laws are implemented. In our previous episode, you'll see that there are a lot of people who post pictures and videos of themselves killing and hunting wild animals. There was a clip we included of a mayor who was gonna give a reward to people who killed cobras. Even a DNR employee who killed a harmless, innocent snake. This is wrong. Nobody is above the law, not even them. Everyone should be subject to it, even government officials, because what's wrong is wrong. But better enforcement needs our cooperation. We need to create a community of people who will continue this conversation. We need to be vocal about this cause so that everyone, and even leaders, will start to pay attention, because they'll realize that this is something that truly matters. So as we push for our government to do better enforcement, let's all do our part in fighting this battle, our battle, together, because every piece of wildlife matters.
All right, Jazz, it's another very good episode, you know. Is that your pet? Is that an
Yes.
albino python nga ba yan? Ganyan, sawa?
No, it's sawa siya. It's a reticulated python. Yeah.
Okay. So, pero yan, do you need permits for that
Yes,
ba?
of course.
Pagka, if you want to. Okay. So, even your friend na meron nung parang eagle owl kayo na the one that you featured also. Oh, so how do they get a permit for that? Parang stringent ba yan? Or is it still ano ba? What do you call it? Encouraged? Or pero parang encouraged pa ba yan? Pinopromote pa ba yung pag-aalaga domestically ng mga wildlife? or if you have to be an animal rescuer, something like that. Can you tell us a short info about how? Kasi baka may mga gusto, pero o baka may iba may alaga na illegally, di ba? So
Yeah.
they have a chance to have the permits.
Well, I'm not against keeping exotic wildlife because I myself do keep it. But just with any other pet, you have to make sure na talagang kaya mo silang alagaan. Be sure that you are ready for it and that you do research because this is an exotic pet, so it's not your typical thing. It's not typical knowledge that you already have. But also, it depends on the pet that you're getting. So typically, when it comes to yung mga exotic pets na super, they're not fit for a captive setting, then I don't really encourage that. But when it comes to exotic pets like snakes or bearded dragons, those have long been bred in captivity and have evolved to make great house pets. So yung mga ganon, I think it's a great experience if you're really in for it. But always buy from legal sources because there are many legal sources out there na hindi mo alam they've been poaching the animals. And the thing about poaching is you don't know that it's happening. You don't know that the animal you're buying is poached a lot of the time.
Oh yeah. Although walang papers, walang requirement for paper.
Yeah, walang paper. And the way that they sell it is very casual. Like it's online, on Facebook. So hindi mo isipin na illegal yung ginagawa mo.
Yeah.
Because it's just so, parang wala lang. So,
yeah, just out there, ano?
Yeah, it's just out there. Like I could just go on Facebook and search a specific animal and then sabihin na, PM is key. And there are so many people to find.
Wow.
And, they don't really tell you whether it's wild caught or not, pero di mo alam na ito pala nanggaling. And it's also safer din kasi to take care of these animals when they're captive bred. Because like I said, in the wild, there are so many diseases. So you don't know if this animal is carrying a disease. Bali mo, mamatay pa sa'yo yung hayop, diba? So yeah, always push for legal keeping.
Correct, di ba? Hindi naman ganun kahirap, no? And of course, we have to conform with government regulations.
Yes.
Pero there are like animals or mga species na hindi talaga pwede. Like mga pangolin ba, pwede ba yan?
No, they are not allowed. Kasi endangered sila. Usually it's endangered. Unless you are
a rescuer or
unless accredited ka to take care and gamitin as a breeding center for those animals.
Okay. So, Jess, unfortunately, ang bilis ng oras natin, ano? Pero hindi bale, we can do a better collaboration kasi medyo hindi nagwo-work yung ating cross-posting dun sa automatic. Kailangan minamanual yata siya.
Yeah.
So, as before we play the final video, siguro ito, I'll give you the chance na lang na muna na for your message out there that you want the people to know, of course, para malaman nila what is Wildlife Matters for, and of course we know that's important. That's why we are partners, di ba? Kaya nga even before nung sa talagang sa broadcast TV kaya lang hindi na natin natuloy because of the pandemic. Pero tuloy pa rin natin yan, of course. So maybe your final message for our episode, for this particular episode lang naman.
For this episode?
Yeah, oo. For sure, marami pa tayong gagawin di ba? For especially itong last video mo. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I hope you guys can support Wildlife Matters because it's not just something that's going to amuse you for sure, but it's something that's very important. So, the message that we try to bring across here in Wildlife Matters is something that everyone needs to hear. And we want to make wildlife, we want to make science fun for everyone. So this next video is going to be about the differences between Burmese pythons and reticulated pythons, which are usually the snakes that are often confused for one another. There's been a lot of cases here in the Philippines wherein nag-release sila ng python back into the wild, but they didn't know that python is actually not a python that belongs in this country.
Yeah.
So that's very bad for the environment. It actually destroys the environment because these animals will end up becoming invasive and start eating the creatures that are meant for the creatures that are actually living here. So yeah, that's what this video is about. And those are the things that we love to talk about in Wildlife Matters, aside from conservation. So I hope you can support our channel.
Ayun. So, thank you, Jazza. And please do watch them weekly. Meron yan, may mga bagong videos na nilalabas si Jazz. Wildlife Matters. Don't forget on Facebook and also on YouTube. All right, Wildlife Matters. Anything you need to know about mga concerns on animals that are in the wild. Pero of course, with the yung pinaka dito campaign is yung kanilang protection. Yeah. All right. So thank you, Jazz, and looking forward to having you here again. So we'll be playing your video. Thank you. Happy New Year. Thank you for your time.
Happy New Year. Thank you also.
Okay, guys. And when we come back, we have Coach Ellen Perez, is a life coach. Okay. So thank you, Jazz.
Thank you.
Hey, it's Jazz and this is Wildlife Matters. Today, we're gonna do a quick episode talking about the differences between Burmese pythons and reticulated pythons. If you guys are aware about what happened around last week, ayoko sabihin there was a group of people. There were people who released reticulated pythons back into the wild. And of course, that was all out of goodwill, setting them back to where they belong. But it turns out that one of those reticulated pythons was actually a Burmese python. And, for a lot of people, I get it. It's hard to tell the differences between different kinds of snakes. Because first of all, they're both two of the largest snake species in the world. And second, if you're not really used to seeing them all the time, I get it. It can get kind of confusing. Before I knew about snakes, I myself was confused a lot. And for us people who are animal lovers, we see them so much that it's become easy for us to tell the differences between different species. So today, let's help each other out and talk about how to differentiate Burmese pythons from reticulated pythons. This is a reticulated python, and they are commonly known as sawa here in the Philippines. They are native to the Philippines and other countries across Southeast Asia. And they're known as the world's longest snake. And they're also known to be kind of feisty in nature, always ready to strike. Notice the patterns on its skin. It actually got the name reticulated python because of the reticulated patterns on its skin. But yeah, I know. What does reticulated even mean? Nakaka-nosebleed, right? Basically, reticulated means that it looks like it forms a grid or a network kind of pattern on its skin. So reticulated pythons usually look like they have a geometric pattern that consists of irregular or diamond-like shapes on the back, as you can see here. They usually come in no less than 2 colors. They also usually have white dots across their skin, like these. By the way, this is a normal reticulated python, so these are what they usually look like when they're in the wild. I think reticulated pythons have one of the most beautiful snakeskin patterns. They're so beautiful that they're one of the most recognizable patterns in the wildlife trade. Fashion companies are even killing them for their beautiful skin to be sold as bags, shoes, or whatever. And if you notice, snakeskin is actually trending now. There's so much clothing that looks like snakeskin even though they're not made out of it. Check out these outfits. They were all designed after reticulated pythons. Yours probably are too. I mean, they're beautiful. And don't you think this also shows that we can wear animal skin inspired outfits without having to kill animals? So this is a normal Burmese python. This is what they usually look like in the wild. So Burmese pythons, on the other hand, usually come in brown or tan colors. But of course, it also depends on their morph. But this one is a normal Burmese python. It has a normal morph. So these are the ones that you would usually see in the wild where they are found. And they have almost giraffe-like patterns, which are dispersed throughout its body and fit together almost like a puzzle. You can see it even... Oh, it's so heavy. There. Aha, there. Now you can see the back. And these shapes go throughout all its body, unlike that of a reticulated python where they actually just stay all over the back. So with Burmese pythons, you'll see them all around. All these shapes all around. And these shapes continue even towards their head. If you look at their head, as you can see, the pattern does not stop
on the head, unlike the reticulated pythons. Another way to tell them apart is by looking at their eyes. Reticulated pythons usually have orange eyes, with thin irises that look like cat eyes. They almost look like they have evil eyes, but they're not evil, okay? And Burmese pythons usually have black, brown, or reddish-brown eyes, and they also have cat-eyed irises, but it's not as evident or as halata as the reticulated pythons. So to put it in simpler terms, reticulated pythons look like they have evil eyes, and Burmese pythons have more friendly-looking eyes, but no snakes are evil, okay? I'm just trying to describe them in the simplest ways so that everyone can understand. So physically, those are the simplest ways that you can identify a Burmese python from a reticulated python. And like most snakes, both of them do come in different morphs, which are genetic mutations that show up different patterns on their skin. However, basically in the wild, what we just showed you guys today is what they typically look like. Remember that reticulated pythons are native to the Philippines and Burmese pythons are not. Releasing them into the wild can cause a terrible effect on the ecosystem because these snakes can end up becoming invasive, just as they have in the Everglades in Florida, wherein they ended up eating all the native species in that area. And that is gonna leave a terrible negative effect on the ecosystem in general. That's it for today. Don't forget to like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and give us a thumbs up if you really enjoyed this video. And always remember that every piece of wildlife matters.
Good morning once again, and good morning, Coach Ellen. So good, so thankful that you are here right now on Edge Talk Interactive. Hello, kumusta?
Hi, Sir Raymond. Great, good day, HTV. Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. And a prosperous and peaceful New Year to everyone. Thank you for having me, Coach Alan here. Magandang umaga po.
Yeah, magandang umaga. And thank you for your generous time, sharing your time, of course, your advocacy, and some inspiration to end this 2020 disruptive year, or disrupted, hindi naman disruptive. Okay, so guys, stay with us. Actually, after this, by the way, thank you nga pala kay Jazz Ong. Grabe yung batang yan, no? Talaga yung advocacy niya for the wildlife and production.
Yes.
Then, and also content creation. Ang galing, ang galing. Very, very talented. And also, kaninang nauna pa yung bandang REON from Ormoc City. Daghang salamat. And mamaya, consult a vet, ang ating mga resident, na ayun, nakita ko na sa backstage na nga si resident vet, animal doctor. Okay, so we're here to talk about the advocacy. Yan, si Coach Ellen. When you say a life coach, ano po ba yun? Ibig sabihin ng isang coach?
Thank you, Sir Raymond. Bali, ang life coach kasi is someone who is an enabler of transformation, someone who assists a person to bring him or her to a state of her life or his life where he wanted to be. Regardless of that person's mental condition, what matters is a life coach will be able to facilitate and an enabler or help that person bring him or her to her desired or his desired position in life. Whether whatever is the mental condition. So, kumbaga, yeah, kami yung ka-partner or yun nga, accountability partner in helping that person move up, making him, her desires, his ambition and visions achievable and making it happen.
Mhm. Wow. So, medyo in demand ba ngayon? Kasi 'di ba, pandemic, so many people are, medyo lockdown. Kumusta ba? What are you busy nowadays with? And how have you been coping as a coach? Siyempre, alam naman natin, even tao rin naman ng mga coach, 'di ba? Life
Yes.
coach, we also go through the same everybody goes through the same challenges every day, especially with this pandemic. Almost everybody, except for the pharmaceuticals, have been disrupted. Ayan. Ano po ba ang
Well,
pinagkakaabalahan natin?
thank you, Raymond. No? Sir Raymond, basically, I am grateful to God that He prepared me in this season of changes and challenging crisis 2020, sabi nga nila, di ba? Because I had my own crisis way back 2 years ago, and I was able to rise above it, of course, with the help of our good Lord, with the help of my life coaching, my venturing and investing on myself to becoming a life coach. And yes, indeed, this year is really very progressive or proactively helping people find their strength from their desperation to becoming an inspiration. I am just grateful because God has used me as an instrument of a miracle of change for others. Marami akong natulungan na iba-ibang sitwasyon, iba-ibang problema, Sir Raymond. May mga iba na wala ng trabaho. Kahit ako mismo may mga dinagdadaanan ako, but because nakapag-aral ako ng mindfulness, napapractice ko siya, somehow nababalanse ko. Pero siyempre, meron pa rin minsan mga triggers, may mga situation na nag-trigger yung mga anxiousness mo. But of course, with prayers and your consistent being mindfulness, anxiety grounding technique, naaayos mo siya. I'm humbled because ang dami ko natulungan, maraming nag-reach out sa akin na, yun nga, depressed, anxious, may mga fear issues, and all of those things.
Okay, so dumami talaga ngayon. Pero do you think that talagang yung disruption ngayon talagang medyo in your experience paano ba yung nagiging epekto nito sa atin mga Pilipino, especially dito sa ating community, sa ating bansa. Sa mga naghumingi sa iyo, mas dumami ba yung mga humingi sa iyo ng counseling in terms of apektado ba because of the lockdowns and this disruption?
Yes, totoo, Sir Raymond. In fact, not only during the pandemic, even yung mga calamities, because those are what we call mga tipong bagyo and all. Because sometimes, first immediate help is tulungan sila. Bigyan ng pagkain, tulungan ng mga basic needs, damit, relocation. After that, hindi mo alam kasi what will be experiencing mentally, they're not anymore stable in a sense na kung konting ulan lang, konting taas lang ng tubig, meron na silang anxiousness, nagpapanik na sila, kinakabahan na sila. And so, I have received calls or counseling on such matter, yung how they will become. Kumbaga, nakatanggap naman sila ng tulong, nakatanggap sila ng relief goods and all of those things, pero after those calamities, meron silang mga agam-agam. So those are things na kailangan, alam mo yun, long term, kailangan nakikinig ka sa kanila, listening through your heart, making sure that they are kumbaga, making sure that you let them feel that hindi sila nag-iisa, they're understood, and that you are preparing them on the next steps. O ano bang kaya mong gawin para hindi ka na maka-experience ng baha? Ano bang kaya mong gawin para hindi mo na ma-experience na magkaroon ng COVID in your relatives or family members? So those kind of things. And also, yung marami din akong natulungan na may mga iba kasi na natutulungan ko, OFWs. Actually, marami yan. Talagang marami. Whether it's paid forward or client na talagang client, professionally client or pay it forward. When I say pay it forward, I mean, most of you knows about it, yung libre. Kasi syempre, hindi mo naman sila pwede baliwalain, Sir Raymond. Kailangan mo silang tulungan. I mean, I've received calls in Messenger, in my page, or email na suicidal. Because, unfortunately, mapabalik sila from abroad, biglang nawala ng trabaho, and yung family nakadepend sa kanila, di ba? Breadwinners sila, and so they don't know how to handle the emotions, the feelings, and they don't know how to start again. And so, yeah, I've been helping them, and really, at the end of the day, I am sure and certain with my vision as a life coach, Sir Raymond, is that is to help, learn, and earn in that same same sequence. So as I help, I learn, and then eventually I earn.
Tama.
I hope I answered your question.
Yeah, actually, oo. And kasi nga, talagang sobrang yung this lockdown, this pandemic, and this disruption na talaga total disruption has really talaga affected so many, almost all of us actually nga. And,
yes, because of the
pero ngayon,
because of the changes na we are uncalled for. Normally kasi, Sir Raymond, yung mga tipong bagay na bigla ang nangyayari at hindi ka prepared, yan ang nagkakos ng anxiousness ng isang tao. From the start, we try to sort of ma-stop na yung anxiousness. Kasi pag dumala yan, when you say lala, yan yung tipong hindi ka you're not doing anymore what is expected of you. That's leading already to depression. Kaya from anxiousness, we have to guard it already and put a stop on it.
Okay. So if they want to, ang ganda ng mga inputs pero unfortunately, syempre, ito, actually case to case yan no? Bawat tao, we have our own crosses to bear, di ba, to carry. Pero lahat tayo meron. Pero syempre, the best is they can talk with you on a one-on-one basis. If they want to talk with you, if they want counseling, if they want to ask you about anything, how can they, get in touch with you? Kanina, I forgot to ask you, yung TNC video. So you have a regular program doon sa channel na yan, So can you tell us about the things that you do para they can know, and also how they can get in touch with you? Kasi for talagang sa ngayon, especially ito, New Year na naman, so maraming gusto magbago, maraming gusto to get rid of 2020, maraming gusto to start fresh 2021, always traditionally parang positive tayo pag pupunta sa New Year, di ba? So how can they talk with you, get in touch with you directly or quickly and privately?
Thank you, Sir Raymond, for this opportunity. First, yun sa TNC muna. Yes, I'm hosting a regular Saturday morning show, a stream channel here in Facebook and YouTube also. It's in the new channel. We help you see the new you. And my show is every Saturday, 9 to 10 in the morning. It's Women at Work. It's basically...
Women at Work.
Yes, it's Women at Work. It's a show to educate, encourage, empower, and elevate women in different countries across the globe, or in different industries rather, in different industries across the globe. So we highlight here and features Filipinas in their different industries, kung paano sila naging successful, kung paano nila napagtagumpayan ang struggles to become a strength, how they become a leader, how their opportunities become, their wins, and para po maka-inspire at maka-encourage din ng iba-ibang kababaihan sa ibang panig ng mundo, ng mga Pilipinas din all over the globe. So that's every Saturday. Panoorin niyo po yan. I'll have my last season this January. And that's the end month of the season. Saturday from 9 to 10 in the morning. Women at Work, ang galing mo, panalo ka. And for life coaching,
women empowerment, no? Women empowerment, galing.
Yes, it's very close to my heart because really that's what I do when I was still in a corporate world, and it's really empowering employees. And also for life coaching, Yes, you can get in touch with me. My Facebook page is Ellen Perez Life Coach. That's Ellen Perez Life Coach. You can message me there. You can also message me in my email, coachellenperez@yahoo.com. That's Coach Ellen Perez at yahoo.com. At the end of the day, Sir Raymond, at sa mga viewers po natin, please know that you are loved, and at the same time, help is available.
Right.
Especially with us as a life coach, it's no judgment, and you can say anything that you want and be free and liberating about it. It's a safe space. What's important is you know that it's not, we understand that it's not okay to be okay. Yeah, that's accepting our limitations, our challenges, our fear. But it's not okay not to do anything for you to be okay. So please reach out. Ang importante po ay you talk to someone, someone listens to you, and then someone will help you elevate and transform to the better version of yourself. Maraming salamat, Sir Raymond, for this opportunity. Alam mo, Sir Raymond, talagang I'm so blessed and grateful that this year, pinakamasasabi ko ng magandang nagawa sa buhay ko, sa buong buhay ko, I was able to save lives. I'm so honored kasi marami po natanggap pong tawag na talaga pong they are suicidal and they magpapakamatay po. Ganun. And listening to them through my heart and sustaining it. Yun po yung kasi importante, yung sustainable.
Follow through. Pwede one time yan.
Yes.
If you decide to be a life coach, kailangan you have to really be dedicated, no?
Yung time po talaga. Yung time talaga. And yun po, magpapasalamat ako sa Panginoon dahil I became an instrument in, helping these people live their life at be out in that darkness of taking thoughts and, having a suicidal. So, I'm so blessed that I'm able to do that this year.
Yeah, oo. So thankful din. Siyempre, sobrang daming pamilyang thankful. And in the word, the Bible said that even one soul gets saved, even thousands of angels in heaven are celebrating. Can I share your Facebook page dito para makita nila?
Yes. I appreciate that. Yes, thank you so much. That's Ellen Perez Life Coach. You can always message me po.
Kasi maraming Ellen. Yeah. Ang dami kasing Ellen Perez, di ba? Na hinahanap ko nung una. Kasi sabi ko, teka, I might as well share this so they know which Ellen Perez. Nakalagay naman Ellen Perez, Life Coach. That is the page that you have to share. To search. Ayan lang, okay?
Thank you so much.
Kita naman yung photo, Miss Bonnie.
Thank you so much for this opportunity. Yeah. Yes.
It's our pleasure. It's our pleasure. I'm sure many people need
thank you so much.
People like you. From depression to inspiration, helping you find your strength. Okay, as we close our segment, can you tell us kung paano ka napunta dito? Kasi 'di ba, kasi na-intrigue daw ngayon sa cover photo mo From desperation to inspiration, helping you find your strength. Para may may personal may pinanggalingan itong iyong sinabi ito.
Personal hugot ba rin, Sir Raymond? Yeah.
I'm yung word na hugot, pero totoo hugot. I mean, yung basis, di ba? Yung foundation.
Yes.
Yeah.
The foundation it's really based from my own personal experience. Sabi ko nga kanina, Sir Raymond, God prepared me for this pandemic because in 2018, I had my own pandemic. So many things happened to my life. I lost job out of redundancy in the corporate world, which is I'm grateful and thankful because really God is putting me to where I should be, which is eto nga po, life coaching and continuing my hosting to speak, to inspire. I had some challenges and problem being a mother, a solo parent. I got sick with Klebsiella pneumonia and all of those things. Nawalan ako ng stable career, health, and then relationship with my children. So all of those things, and I was clinically diagnosed with anxiety and depression, and I had to consult a psychiatrist and had medication for 3 to 5 months. And then I encountered Life Coach Philippines, and then I have already invested on myself to becoming a life coach. And tuloy-tuloy na po yun. Tuloy-tuloy na akong umayos. And then, of course, I renewed my relationship with God, having really a foundation of um, building a relationship with Him. Yun nga, kagaya ng sinabi sa book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 9, be strong, be courageous, don't be afraid, don't be dismayed. Your Lord God is with you. Yan din po ang gusto kong message sa mga tao ngayon, especially of this season of crisis. What I basically did, Sir Raymond, in this crisis, I made it as a mission. I made it as a mission to be able to touch people's life, and help them renew their relationship with God, and also accept themselves wholeheartedly, whoever they are, and bring out the best in them.
Ang galing. So inspiring. So, alam mo naman, di ba, the more, sabi nga, mismo si Lord nagsabi, the more we bless, the more we are blessed. Yung, di ba, other people sabi nila, karma, it's real. No, karma is real. That's why you plant a good seed. I'm so glad, no, when you reached out, when you sent an email to me, no, sabi ko, wow, I'm so excited to meet you. Kasi I checked out yung mga sinad mo sa akin na, yung profile and everything that you're doing. Wow, talagang kaya tayo pinag-combine ni Lord. So, talagang very positive. And I'm so excited about our collaborations this coming 2021. So, abangan niyo, guys. We are cooking up something na talagang that will affect us positively, that will add life and value to us, because that is what we stand for, no? Especially ang mundo ngayon is getting darker, no? Siguro I would love to hear another parang yung message from you, especially we're going from the old year to the new year, so ano ba yung pwede mong ma-share as a takeaway in this very short segment, pero syempre short but definitely very sweet and very meaningful. Ayan, I'll give you a platform. I mean the closing message para take away.
Thank you, Sir Raymond, for this opportunity, as I've mentioned, to become a blessing of miracle to others. Let's try to live simple so others can simply live. Yan lang po. Maraming salamat.
Ganda ng takeaway. Actually, short and sweet talaga. Is powerful actually. In terms of marketing, di ba sabi nga, more is less, less is more. So can you repeat that line? Ang ganda eh. Ang ganda.
Let's live. Kasi I'm really applying that in my heart, to live simple so that others can simply live.
Okay, let's live. Actually, I'm going to type it in the banner. Let's live simple
so others can simply live.
So that others can simply live. Yeah, powerful, grabe. Let's live simple so that others can simply live. Ayan. Ipa-flash natin dito. Ang ganda, sweet. Short but sweet. Let's live simple so that others can simply live. Ayan.
Amen.
Galing. Coach Ellen, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year to everyone. Let's live simply so that others can simply live. Yan lamang po. Let's welcome the new year, 2021, embracing light, hope, and love. And blessings to everyone. Keep safe. Thank you so much, Sir Raymond.
Thank you, God.
So that others can simply live.
Ayun, let's live simply. Okay, so we will remember that. It's a good takeaway and a good word of advice. Short but very powerful. Siyempre, actually, the gospel is so simple, di ba?
Amen.
So, talagang sinimplify yun para hindi na kailangan ng complication, because this world is so simple, kina-complicate lang natin.
Amen. There you have it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Keep safe. Don't forget, guys, to like and follow.
Yes.
After the holidays, let's work on it na. Excited ako dyan.
Much.
Mindfulness, simple living, life coaching, ang ganda-ganda. This world needs people like you and content that we can create so that we will help make this world a better place. Live simply so that others can simply live. Ang galing. Thank you.
Thank you. God bless us
God-
all. Have a great
Yes,
day. Bye.
Likewise, and Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Okay,
Bye.
thank you. We'll take a break and we'll be having our partners from, syempre, itong Consult event. All right, we are here. Parang Sabado. Oh, why do I feel like it's Saturday, huh? Okay, thank you kay Sir Mark Yulo. Hindi pa tayo na-final sa schedule natin, ha? Pero, yeah, for trainings ng audio acoustics, audio engineering, sound production, yan. Si Sir Mark Yulo. Abangan natin yan. I-schedule natin yan. Kumusta ba ang Pasko natin?
Yeah, maligayang Pasko sa inyong lahat, ano? Raymond and Direk Winnie, magandang umaga sa inyo. Merry Christmas and advance Happy New Year.
Yes, seasons blessing.
Mas yung dalawa, no? From our studio. Greeting you from our studio.
Kita ko
parang hindi pa nagiging hindi pa nagiging functional, ha?
Teka lang, ha? Tinignan ko lang. Na-miss ko na. Yung gitara. Na-miss ko rin yung gitara ko. Actually, nandiyan din tayo. Nasa baon din.
Ang gulo nga ngayon dito, eh. Ang gulo ngayon, eh.
Mas maganda ngayon magulo.
Ng gamit sa Pasig, eh.
Mas maganda yung magulo. Sabihin active, di ba? Okay.
Looking forward ako dyan, Winnie, no? Kasi pagpasok ng New Year, marami mangyayari sa Consultative Show. Maglalabas na tayo, bibisita na kami dyan sa studio, and pupunta tayo sa mga outdoor event, katulad ng dadaan tayo sa farm, pupunta tayo sa isang farm.
Yes, oo nga.
So, yun. Kasi,
actually, excited din tayo, eh. Excited din ako dyan, eh. Kanya lang, parang medyo meron na namang nababali-balitang mga, na mga restrictions na naman. Na I just don't know if would that push through. It will push through by January something, no? 5 ba yan? Or what?
Kasi nga yung bagong strain.
May bagong strain na naman, eh.
Hindi, mas viral lang siya. Mas virulent, pero hindi violent. Parang hindi naman siya ganun katapang. Actually, sa Pilipinas naman, because we're a young young country tayo, eh. Ang majority ng Pilipino, medyo hindi naman, mababa talaga yung natin, yung ating severe cases. So, mostly moderate. 80% is moderate. So, okay naman yon. Pero of course, not to say na hindi tayo dapat mag-ingat. Pero we are actually here para bago tayo mag-usapan o bago tayo sumegway to the new year. Actually, ang unang episode natin this week, New Year na yan, eh. January 2.
Yes.
Kaya tayo para mag-look back muna tayo ngayon, di ba? Look back muna tayo. Actually, si Jeff may pin-repair dito. I was asking you kanina kung pe-play na ba natin kanina or ngayon. Kaya lang, hindi nyo napansin yung chat, no? Pero anyway, ready to. Yung ating pag-uusapan is itong nakaraan na, Di ano, play ba natin ng diretso muna to, then we'll talk, o usap muna tayo, Doc? Kasi ano ba yung mga episodes na ito? Nakita ko parang yun sa rabies, ito yung sa mga pusa, at saka ito yung sa animal, play na ba? 11 minutes to, dinerecho ni Jeff eh. Pero pwede ko naman
explain natin mabuti kung ano yung mga, kung ano yung nangyari dito for a past year.
Flashback natin,
very successful year for us kasi talagang banner year natin ngayon nung nagsimula tayo dito sa ating consultant and nakita natin how
pandemic na. This segment was born in the midst of the pandemic.
Now, ngayon natin na intindihan na talagang nag-focus ang mga tao sa mga pets nila this year nung nangyari yung pandemic. Kaya ito, sige, Raymond.
May healing power actually, di ba? May healing power itong pag-aalaga ng mga pets.
Yes, totoo yan. Nakikinig ako kanina kay Coach Ellen Perez, kaya talagang ang galing ni Coach Ellen. Tapos dito, i-add ko lang dito dun sa ginagawa ni Coach Ellen din na talagang may healing powers na yung pet. Kaya nitong taon na to, nung nangyari itong pandemic, nakita natin na talagang ang naging takbuhan ng ating mga kababayan, lahat ng tao ngayon, is yung kanilang pet. Kasi dito sila na nagagamot sila eh. Dahil kasi maraming na-depress, di ba? So ngayon,
nagiging outlet ng mga pets.
Yes, totoo yan. Naging focus nila to, lagi nilang kasama, kung nag-iisa lang sila, ito lang yung mga kasama nila. Kaya itong 3 episodes na to, na ipapakita natin, ito yung mga, yung episodes natin na talagang naging hot cake, na talagang marami ang nagsubaybay, marami ang nanood, at marami nag-interact dun sa 3 episodes na yon. I-discuss ko lang yung 3, ha?
Saka naapektuhan talaga sila.
Yung unang episode natin na talagang naging very, very popular this year was about rabies. Yung rabies talaga kasi, alam nyo, napaka-dreaded na sakit. Kaya talagang marami po pa rin ang naapektuhan dito sa atin sa Pilipinas. May pandemic man o wala, patuloy po itong nagdudulot ng sakit sa lahat ng mga ng tao. Ngayon, gusto nilang maintindihan ito mabuti, kaya marami po ang nakinig sa atin, marami ang nagtanong, hanggang sa page natin, talaga nga naman, rabies was number 1 on our list. Yun. Pangalawa naman na talagang naging popular ngayon, dahil nga, ako rin nagulat dito, akala ko hindi masyado magiging popular to, yung topic about cats.
Yes, maraming cat lovers talaga ngayon, dumadami.
Ngayon, kasi marami nagsasabi na mas madaling alagaan itong pusa. Kaya marami po, for several episodes, pinicture natin po yung cat. Kaya, kasi po, pinakita ko pa nga dito yung pusa ko, di ba? Si Toby, kasi cat person din. Marami po, marami nag-interact po sa atin na mga viewers na meron din pong pusa. Kaya, yung iba, kasi napakadali nga pong alagaan eh. Kaya talagang naging popular.
Sweet sila, no?
Naging very popular.
Medyo pasaway lang, pero sweet.
Naging very popular.
Masusungit masusungit ang pusa masusungit.
May times na masama.
Kahit na ano pang status mo sa buhay, napakadali po mag-alaga ng pusa Saka napakarami niya. Kahit hindi ka bumili yan talagang marami pong pusa dyan na pwede ka i-adapt. Yun yung second topic natin na talagang naging very, very popular this year, Yung pangatlo naman po, yung topic po about pet rescue. Talagang, kasi syempre, isa po sa mga layunin namin dito sa Consultavet is to help a lot of our viewers regarding their pets. Syempre, nagtatanong sila, kaya nga po, Consultavet, we give this consultation and advice for free. Tutulungan din po natin yung mga nagre-rescue. Kasi sila po, out of their own pocket, talaga tinutulungan nila yung mga namumulit po sila ng aso at pusa sa lantangan. Dahil may buhay din po ito. Tama kayo, di ba? Di ba, Raymond? This is God's creation. Oo, dapat
Correct. Exactly.
alagaan din natin 'tong mga 'to. Kaya ito po naging very popular kasi marami po diyan na talagang may advocacy towards saving pets. Namely po, dogs and cats. Yan ang ginawa po natin this year.
Correct. Ayan.
Ganda, no?
So, sige. Oo, ipi-play muna natin. Then we'll be back.
Sige.
Actually, mamaya, pag-uusapan pati natin yung promotion, no? Kasi Consult of It would love to hear from our viewers and listeners. Mag-participate kayo para mamaya i-explain ni Doc Jomar kung ano yung mga mechanics on how to be part. Kasi of course, we'd love to hear from you, di ba? Hindi naman pwedeng tayo lang. Kailangan may interaction yan. Relationship always is two-way, di ba?
Okay.
Sige, pwede natin ito ngayon. Okay,
Let's play.
here we go.
Guess what?
Exciting.
How it works.
Yeah, I need medical assistance. Yeah, correct. So, andito pala sa Art Manila community, nakalagay dito, meron dito yung mga case handling. Ito may mga instructions dito. So, this is a group of people talaga who are helping out. This is a community of people who are helping out. They are into animal rescue talaga. ARFA, Animal Rescue Family. Ayan, you want to join the community, please do so.
They have their bank accounts there para and I want everybody to know that these guys are legit. Okay, these guys are legit. They have the documents to show para if you want to donate, just go to their page. Let's help them out. Okay, and for us here at Consult of It, we just message us guys at Art Manila. If we can link the Art Manila page to the Consult of It page, please do so. We want to really help out, siyempre medically, in whatever help we can do. Kay John and Lori, what they started. Nako, Lori, John, we're very thankful that you've joined us here today, to share your advocacy to us, and I hope to see you soon, guys, and I hope to really help out also in your cause. Thank you very much, guys. If you have a message to all our viewers, please do so.
Ayan, sige.
Just be more aware ng mga, especially yung mga strays na nasa paligid natin. Like 2 days ago lang, merong isang stray na nasagasaan dito sa village where we live. Hindi namin na iabot, dinala namin siya sa vet, pero talagang hindi na naka-survive. So just be very mindful around you na hindi tayo nakakasakit ng mga strays na sa paligid natin. Would be very nice.
At saka po, dahil padating na rin po yung Christmas, yung Pasko, we just wanted the viewers po na baka yung iba po kasi nag-iisip na ipangregalo yung mga aso or pusa. Ang po namin is, it's a responsibility. It's not just a gift po. Hindi po ito December lang ay okay na. It's a lifetime. So, kung talaga po bang kaya nung pag-regalo nyo, or kung kukupo kayo for Christmas, kung kaya nyo po talaga yung responsibility, to have a dog or a cat. Kasi again, at the end of the day, responsibility po. Hindi lang po ito 1 month or 1 season na activity. So, yun po yung return natin sa mga nanonood po na viewers.
Okay, thank you. Thank you to John. Yeah, Raymond. So we're talking all about cats, okay?
All about cats.
Ganda. Actually, compared to dogs, I'm also a cat person. Gusto ko malaman. I have lots of cats too. I have 13 dogs, but I also have cats. And I have learned through the times with them that they can live and coexist together. Pwede po yun. Kaya nilang mabuhay.
Hindi ba nag-aaway yan? Parang
alam natin.
Kawawa
may
sa
away.
pusa, di ba?
Oo. Pero there are certain breeds of dogs na talagang hindi mapili.
Nakita na ako, bro. Talagang isang kagat lang, patay si pusa. Kahit gano'ng kabilis.
May gano'n eh. You have to be careful with that.
Kalaga ko dating ambul. Kinabul niya yung pusa sa likod. Alam namin talaga isang kagat lang, patay. Ulo kasi kaya.
So you have to be careful with that. So ngayon, nag-increase na kasi yung popularity ng cats. Why? Because they're easily, we can manage them easily. Okay? Lalo na yung mga nakatira sa condo. Yun. If you are living in a condo and you cannot, syempre, minsan sa condo mahigpit, they don't allow dogs. Cats, ina-allow nila. Kasi most of the time, cats are indoors. You can do that. Merong ganon, indoor cat. So mas madali silang i-manage. For me, sorry dun sa mga dog lovers, pero for me, parang mas matalino po yung mga pusa eh. Kasi, there are certain things there are certain things that they can do that dogs can't. So, you can like browse this, makikita nyo po dito yung difference talaga ng dogs and cats. Yung dogs talaga, loyal and obedient. Yung mga
may book na dyan eh. May isang preaching book about discipleship and mentorship.
Yan.
Sa cat. Are you a dog? Parang ganito. Parang are you a dog person or a cat person?
Kailangan malaman nyo po yan eh. Ito, this is the perfect example para malaman nyo kung ano po yung halagaan nyo. Kasi you would be amazed. Ibang-iba po talaga yung pusa sa aso. And talagang kung inaasahan nyo po na gusto nyong maging kumbaga protector nyo ang pusa, hindi po mangyayari yun. Kasi tutulugan lang po kayo niyan. Tutulugan kayo niyan. Pero if you want a cuddling companion, perfect po yung pusa. Kasi yung mga anak ko po, katabi nila matulog si Toby, yung pusa ko. Na masarap yan kasama sa natutulog sa kama, sa bedroom, pinapapasok siya. Kasi very clean nga sila eh. Unlike
pero hindi masama sa asthmatic din, hindi naman masama.
You have to be very careful din. Kasi merong yung mga cats, lalo na yung long-haired, katulad ng Toby, Persian siya. Nagsished siya.
Nagsished rin.
So very careful kayo. Dapat kung asthmatic kayo, kailangan ma-check nyo yun kasi makakasama sa inyo yun. May allergy. So kailangan you have to check your doctor for what medications to take. Kasi nga, you cannot just decide on getting a cat tapos ipamimigay nyo siya after. Pag naisip nyo hindi na pwede. Meron naman short-haired cats na hindi masyadong nagsished. Marami po yun.
Yung hairless, di ba?
Yung hairless. Thank you for that, Raymond. Yung hairless cat, naku po, napakabait ng pusa na yun, hairless. Kaya lang baka siyempre, very unique ang itsura niya eh. Baka ma-weirdohan kayo. Mukha siyang
parang bagong anak na walang.
Minsan parang nakakaawa and mukhang malnourished pero napakabait po nila. I've handled yung Sphinx. Ako napaka-expensive din po yung cat na yan.
Ngayon, pag kinagat kayo ng aso, huwag na kayo maghintay ng mga 1 linggo bago kayo pumunta sa barangay, sa City Hall. Oras lang po ang pagkakakagat, magpunta na kayo. Magpunta na kayo sa ospital, magpunta na kayo sa Rabies Fight Center. Huwag nyo na pong hintayin, sabi ko nga po sa inyo oras lang po ang binibilang bago umakyat yung virus magmula dun sa kinagat na parte ng katawan ninyo, papunta sa muscle, papunta sa nerves, bago makarating yan ng spinal cord at ng brain. Oras lang.
Dumating na ano yung point of no return. Pero I have a question regarding that, no? Ay, shoutout muna kay Ma'am MC for ng Radyo Pilipinas, Lucena, saka si Ona.
Hello. Morning.
Okay. Ayun ang tanong ko kasi my wife was bitten before, no? Tsaka ito, parang general rule ito eh. Pag nakagat ka ng aso, pag namatay, automatic meron ng rabies yun. Yung ibang ginagawa, hindi namatay yung aso, hindi na magpapatro. Well, I did that before. In college, nakagat din ako ng aso, hindi naman namatay. Tsaka nakatali yung aso eh. Hindi na ako anti-tetanus na pinasaksak ko. Hindi na
Opo, o nga po pala, ikikwento ko na rin. Dalawang klase po yung tinuturo. Oo.
Okay.
Yung una po, yung anti-tetanus. Bakit po tinuturok yun? Kasi ang kagat po ng aso, mahaba yung ngipin niya, malalim. Okay? Nagkakaroon din po ng tinatawag na sakit na Clostridium bacterial, yung tetanus. Opo. May tinuturok pong antitoxin naman yun. Dahil kapag malalim po ang sugat, nabubuhay po doon yung tetanus. Bacteria po yun. Clostridium tetani ang tawag doon. Okay? Yung tetanus po na yun, pag malalim ang sugat, namamaga yung inyong sugat. Kaya kailangan turukan ng antitoxoid para doon sa hindi kayo magka-tetanus. Yun po yun. Yun yung una. Bukod pa po yun doon sa rabies. Bukod pa yun doon sa rabies.
Nababalik-balik ka. Oo, nababalik-balik ka dyan, di ba? Sa rabies.
So, madalas mga 5 turok kasama na po doon yung tetanus toxoid. Ituturok po sa inyo. Ngayon,
alright, yung pala yung ending nun. Di ba? Okay. So, yan, no? Yung
naging topic pala, no?
Mga top concerns, no? Talaga, yung kasi, di ba, yung rabies is life-threatening yan, di ba?
Oo, hanggang ngayon kasi, alam mo, hindi pa rin natin nalulutas ang problemang ito eh. Kung kaya't patuloy po, kasi syempre, yung programa ng gobyerno, maganda naman po yung programa ng gobyerno. Actually, worldwide na yung programa na yan.
Actually, malapit na ulit yan, ano, no? By March ba yan? By March, no? 2021 March. Ano naman yan? Awareness month na naman yan. Rabies.
It's a global problem. Kaya talagang, hindi kasi alam ng mga tao, marami pa rin mga Pilipino ang hindi po alam ang gagawin. Pag sila ay kinagat, kaya talagang, kailangan talagang widely distributed yung dito, yung information na i-educate natin patuloy. Ito po yung ginagawa natin dito sa Consulta-Bet. Talagang ine-educate natin yung mga tao patuloy kasi hindi nila alam ang gagawin. Siyempre, ang unang bubungad po sa atin, sasabihin ng mga tao, wala kaming pera. Lagi naman po yung laging issue yan eh. Pero 'di ba, may mga paraan po para ingatan na hindi po kayo makagat. Kaya natin tinutubo ito. Right.
Yes.
It's ang napansin ko lang, even me, nagugulat na lang ako na pagka along the road, no, pagka bumabiyahe ko. Dito sa Marikina, Antipolo sa malapit sa akin, port na Antipolo. Magugulat na lang ako, bigla ako may mababasa, may animal bite center pala dito. Even me, hindi ko alam.
Marami ngayon yan.
So ibig sabihin, ang magiging siguro, ang scenario lang yun, kaya hindi siguro nila alam kung ano gagawin, maaaring wala din, katulad nga yan, informasyon lang kung saan mo dadalhin yung animal bite center. Hindi ko nga alam eh. Diba?
Yung mga animal bite center, diba? Yung talagang kulang pa rin, siyempre, yung information dissemination, siyempre talagang perennial problem yan dito sa atin eh. Pero nagpapasalamat naman ako dahil siyempre may ginagawa rin naman ng gobyerno, hindi naman totally wala silang ginagawa talaga. Kasi naalala ko eh.
Tanong ko lang,
Yes.
Ang tanong ko lang, yung bang animal bite center, pagka dinala mo yung pasyente doon na nakagat, o mismo ikaw dinala mo sarili mo doon, ano ba yan? Private ba yan? Government ba yan? Libre ba yan? Ano ba ginagawa niya?
Ganito.
Ano ba ginagawa niya?
Ang pagkakaalam ko kasi, yung Animal Bite Center is a private clinic. Okay?
Okay.
Centered siya sa rabies alone. So, ang ginawa kasi ng gobyerno, inallow nila, naging kasama naman ang programa ng gobyerno dito, inallow. Kasi dati, di ba Raymond, wala naman yan eh. Wala yan.
Wala yan.
Oo, kasi dati, alam ko, kinikwento ni Raymond, nakagat siya ng aso, di ba yung kanyang
Yung wife
asawa.
ko, kasi namatay yung aso, nasa Quezon kami, dinala pa namin sa Alabang, sa RITM.
Diba?
That time, wala pa mga animal bite center. Even in the government hospitals, dati wala pa.
So, very, very few ang gumagamot nito. Kaya marami noon talagang namamatay. Kasi wala talaga nito. Ngayon, nilunsad ng gobyerno, programa rin nila to, na i-privatize yung mga clinic centered dun sa rabies. Para naman dumami. Ngayon, ang alam ko, in a way, sinasubsidize nila yung ganito, yung pagtalaga nila at pagsingil nila dun sa amount na sinisingil sa lahat ng mga nakagat. Kasi, kung ikukumpara nyo po, magpunta ka halimbawa sa mga private hospitals na talagang malaki, magpaturo ka na rabies, naku po, gagastos po kayo ng 40 to 50,000 yata ngayon.
Wow, dati 25K, 1990s.
Oo, ngayon, malaki na. Kaya nila, ano rin naman, in fairness to the government, siyempre programa din nila yan. Dumami na po, kung kaya't bumaba na ang presyo. Na way, sinubsidize nila yung presyo para tuwing ikaw ay makakagat, affordable na po yung gamot na kailangan para dito. Kasi lagi niyo po tandaan, it's very life-threatening. Sabi ko nga, oras lang hinihintay. Kapag hindi ka nabakunahan at the soonest possible time, you might die. Kasi gano'n ang nangyayari. Ngayon, nabawasan na po yung datos na yon na yung mga incidents bumaba na po. At yung syempre, yung incidents nung namamatay, nabawasan na rin. Kasi kahit pa paano nakukontrol. Hindi lang po pa talaga napakalaki nung na natutulungan dito lang sa Manila, pero pagdating po sa mga probinsya, syempre mahirap pa rin po.
So ngayon pagdating ng mga, di ba, pag summer na o hindi na rainy season, dumadami ba ang pagtaas ng so lalabas ba tayo? Are we going to feature? Meron kaya mga campaign pa ngayon ulit?
Oo, may mga vaccination.
Napakaganda na naisip mo niya, Raymond.
We can feature them.
Doon sa mga bite centers at saka doon sa mga kahit sa mga
expect nila yan. Yeah. Correct. Ay, by the way, sige, bite centers, no. Pero before I forget, yung promotion, yung giveaways kasi matagal natin sinasabi, pero actually I was expecting meron isa-send si Jeff na information about that. Pero paano ba ang mechanics? Kasi this coming Saturday, we have our first episode 01 for 2021, di ba? So ano ba? I-heads up na natin sila ngayon, announcement, then also we'll come out with a poster na ano ba yung expect nila. Pero di ba how to join ba? Magsasuggest sila ng
topics. Just go to the social media sites of Consultavet. Punta po kayo doon sa Facebook page or sa Facebook group. Meron po akong ni-release at continuously i-release in the next few days. Tungkol po doon sa mechanics ng ng contest na to. Pero kwento ko na po ngayon, yung contest po, magsasuggest lang po kayo ng topic na gusto nyo i-feature namin sa mga susunod na episode. Pag napili po, yung entry nyo, pag napili nyo po namin yung entry nyo at i-feature po namin siya on a certain episode, you will win prizes. You will win prizes. Ano po yung mga prizes na yun? Mananalo po kayo ng Consultavet gift check. Actually, it's a gift check.
Nandito na pala nga sa Consult of Vet Facebook group.
Yan,
Pero
nandiyan na po.
share natin dito sa sa ating page.
Yeah.
Saka yung grooming kit, di ba? May grooming kit.
Yes. May grooming kit po na kasama galing po sa Lori. Ang tawag po natin dito, Lori Soap Christmas Gift Package. Galing po kay Direk Winnie. Wow, maraming salamat.
Yes.
Isipin niyo po yun.
Ipapakita ko, screen share ko Screen share ko lang para alam nila kung ano yung pupuntahan nilang Facebook group.
Actually, meron na po mga nag-suggest sa page at saka sa group. Iniipon lang po namin to.
Ito
pag-decide po natin. Yan. Ayan, yung poster, ipakita mo, Raymond. Yan ang yan. Yan, may makikita po kayong poging doktor na nandyan. Bakit to picture ko lang? Dapat yung kasama kong pogi po, kasama dyan. Tatlo dapat kami, si Jeff talaga, Pinulang ng Sorry. Yun po. Pag napili po, tandaan ninyo may gift check from Consult a Vet Clinic. Okay? May libre na kayong check-up dyan. Marami pong kasama dyan. Pag magpunta kayo dito, may freebies pa. Yung sunod po, meron pong mananalo ng Lori Soap Christmas Gift Package na may grooming stuff sa loob.
Wow. Okay.
Ngayon,
so ito ang gagawin, parang ito, basahin to. Consult the Vet Online Weekly Show wants to hear from you. Submit your topic suggestions and get a chance to win awesome prizes. Send it through Messenger yan. Sa Consult a Vet Facebook page or sa atin din dito sa HTV Philippines. Pwede rin ba yan sa Facebook group? Doon, nakapost dito sa Facebook group. Okay. Chosen topics. Announce na pala natin sa Sabado. Chosen topics.
Ngayon, ipiliin po yan hanggang Friday. Okay po, pag napili po yung topic ninyo, i-feature na po namin yun sa Saturday. Sa Saturday po. Okay? So, ang deadline po nito ay hanggang Friday 12 noon. Okay? Alas 12 po ng tanghali. Send in your entries. Naku, marami na po nag-send actually sa page sa kagroup. Natanggap ko na. Pinipili na po natin ngayon kung sino ang mananalo. Kasi ang gaganda ng topic nila. Actually yung topic mo kanina, ang ganda nun yung pupunta tayo sa sa Rabies Bite Center. Ang ganda nun.
Maganda yan. Okay yun. Maganda yan.
Kasi one of the top concerns, di ba? Kailangan may premyo ako. Hindi may premyo ako kasi
ako nga gusto ko na sumali, lugi ako. Gusto ko na sumali kasi gusto ko manalo ng Christmas package ni Direk.
Yung Lori package. Yung grooming kit.
So actually, alam mo, super excited ako talaga kasi alam mo, talagang marami ang na interesado talaga. Napakadami po naming topic na gusto. Hindi lang po sa aso at pusa. Pagdating po sa farm, baboy, manok, baka, kabayo, kahit wildlife, gagawin din po natin yan. Yan ang mga gusto ko. Pag napili po yung topic ninyo, mas lalo ako na-excite dahil alam, pupuntahan ko po yung mga gusto nyong puntahan na yan. Na lugar. Yun.
Mapapabakuna na kami.
Bakuna na. Oo nga wala pa tayong bakuna
100,000 daw, illegal.
Sabi ko po nga sa mga tao sa Animal Bite Center, napakamura. Mura na lang po yung pagbabakuna, yung prophylactic vaccine against rabies, yung preventive, mura na lang po yan. Actually, kami dito parang lahat buong clinic po kasi papabakunahan namin yung staff kasi syempre exposed kami dahil very risky yung trabaho namin dahil handle kami ng aso at pusa. So parang binigyan kami ng discount ng Animal Bite Center na malapit po sa amin dito. Maraming salamat sa iyo.
Wow. Acknowledge natin yan.
Si Med Animal Bite Center dito sa Kulyat. Binigyan niya kami ng discount. Ang laki. Maraming salamat sa iyo. Talagang ipo-promote ko po yung inyong Animal Bite Center. Talagang maraming salamat. Kailangan namin yun. Ngayon, siyempre, hindi lang naman tungkol sa aso at pusa yung pupuntahan natin. Lahat naman po ng pag napili po yung topic ninyo, gagawin din po natin yan para ma-explain natin. Hindi lang po
Okay.
ito tungkol sa medical, sa medical ito. Gusto ko ipaalala sa mga tao. Tungkol din po ito sa negosyo. May kasama rin po itong negosyo.
Okay,
At
good.
pagpa-farming.
Yan.
Management. Tuturuan din po kayo.
Ay, naalala ko tuloy yung parang webinar natin with sino yun? Doktor na ano yung mentor mo sa sa Paul G. Racy.
Ben
Ang
Gayares.
ganda. Oo, si Dr. Ben.
Oo. Actually, popular din yun. Kasama yun sa top list natin ng episode. Kasi madami din nanonood. Kasi
Tsaka
madami
marami matututo. Marami matututo doon. Oo, marami.
Oo. Kasi,
Tuloy natin.
alam mo po, hindi lang po kami tumutulong pagdating po sa medical side at management. Tumutulong po kami para siyempre makabangon kayo sa pagnenegosyo naman. Pagdating po sa ganitong larangan ng negosyo. Yan, di ba, Winnie? Yung mga negosyong, pupuntahan po natin lahat yan. Yung negosyong manukan, negosyong babuyan, negosyong grooming. Yan, gagawin din po natin yan. I-discuss din natin yan. Meron din nga po yung negosyong pet cremation. Nako, i-discuss natin yan.
Alright. So, this week, this Saturday, ano bang abangan nila? Ano bang ating magiging, as we are...
Yung mapipili natin hanggang Friday, yun ang
meron isa
natin.
Wow,
Kasi yung pipili natin doon, yun ang first episode natin of 2021. Kaya may prize. Oo, nakakatuwa to. Kaya very exciting. Talagang aabangan ko. Natutuwa na nga ako dun sa mga topic eh. Kita mo, kahit kayong dalawa, meron na rin kayong naisip na topic eh. Kaya lang, hindi tayo pwedeng manalo.
Hindi, tsaka syempre, para yung participation ng ating mga followers and viewers, di ba? Especially yung mga kasama dun sa Consult of It Facebook group, which is, na ngayon, 48,000 strong na ngayon. More powers.
Wow!
Yan, alam niyo, grabe na talaga. Ako natutuwa po, maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. Nagpapasalamat ako sa mga parokyano natin, mga viewers na lumalaki, dumadami, at tuwang-tuwang nag-interact with us. And alam ko na nga, nire-ready na nga po namin ni Jeff, DJ yung ating episode para po dun sa TV naman. Lalabas tayo sa TV eh. So, nakakatuwa.
Malapit na yan.
Malapit na yung TV natin, di ba?
Yes, of course. Malapit na yan.
Okay.
So, ayan. Medyo title na natin yung content. Kaya naghanap tayo ng interaction with our, diba? With our audience. Mas maganda kasi, nakukuha din natin yung kanilang mga gustong topics. Para, syempre, we would love to hear from them, di ba? Hindi lang tayo nagsasalita. Okay.
Ngayon,
so guys, we have to wrap up na. It's already 12:37. Okay. Pero siguro ano bang New Year's message natin? Alam mo ba, di ba bawal paputok? Pero isa sa concern na nakikita ko, yung paputok, hindi yan friendly sa animals di ba? I would like to, parang as we wrap up, si Doc Jomar is of course, is a seasoned veterinarian. So, ikaw mas nasa authority So, baka pwede natin bigyan sila ng magandang reminder para sa New Year, di ba? Kawawa naman ating mga kahayupan.
Ngayon po, syempre, my priority right now is for the safety and health of, syempre, everyone else, lahat ng tao po. Syempre, pero bukod to doon, kasama na rin po dito yung mga alaga natin, nakapamilya din natin, di ba? Kasama natin sa pamilya para mga anak po natin na ito Ngayong darating pong bagong taon, alam nyo, taon-taon ko sinasabi to in my page and in my group to remind everybody of the safety reminders that we have to implement this time bago po mag-New Year 2021. Siyempre, tayo po, nag-iingat na tayo sa COVID, pero ingatan natin yung mga alaga natin ngayon sa paputok. Okay? Ngayon, siyempre, alam ko, kumukunti na nga, nagpapasalamat ako, pero meron pa rin po.
Meron pa din.
Okay, number one, that I will always remind people is to bring your dogs indoors. Okay? Dogs and cats. Kasi huwag yung pabayaan sa labas pag New Year. Kasi po, unang-una, siguro mga 20 times na mas sensitive yung tenga nila kaysa sa tao. Okay? Now, what I do with my personal dogs is I get a cotton ball earplug.
Okay.
Earplug. Ipasok nyo po sa tenga ng inyong mga alaga. Just overnight. On the 31st. Kasi kawawa sila eh. Mabibingi sila, nanginginig sila, natatakot sila, nilalagnat sila dahil sa stress nung ingay ng paputok. Lalo na, sabi ko nga, parang 20 to 30 times. Talagang mas sensitive yung tenga.
Bawal na eh.
Oo, ngayon bawal na. Sana nga mahuli na yung mga nagbebenta. Pero minsan, para po, safety natin, hindi na tayo lalabas eh, di ba? Yun din mga alaga natin, huwag nating palabasin.
Yes.
Okay? Pangalawa po, siyempre, you have to make it comfortable for them. Gusto nila kasi, ibalot natin sila. Kung sila ay nasa loob ng bahay, natatakot sila at nanginginig, nilalagnat sa ingay, may earplugs na, kung pwede pong kumutan nyo sila. Kasi yung act o yung physical procedure, method na paglagay ng kumot sa kanila, nagiging komportable sila doon at nafe-feel nila na secured sila eh. Bukod doon sa paglagay mo ng earplug. Okay? Yung dalawang po yun, sabi ko, laging yung implement lang po yun ngayon. Ipasok nyo sila, number 1, indoor, lagyan nyo ng earplug, saka kumutan nyo sila. This goes for dogs and cats. Ha? Yan ang pinaka pwede ko lang pong ibigay sa inyo.
Thank you, Doc. Yun. Ganda. Ang ganda. Hindi ko lang nalaman yung mga yun. Ha? Ang galang iba talaga pagka yung alam nyo yung sinasabi nyo nasa authority ng especially.
Ngayon po, lastly, kung very sensitive po yung aso ninyo sa ganyan, sa putok, kasi talagang nagwawala sila dahil sa ingay, you have to go to my page, to our page, Consult a Vet Facebook page. Tanungin niyo po ako doon kasi meron pong mga medications na dapat na doon sa mga ganong mga alaga natin na sobrang sensitive. Okay? Para hindi po sila masyadong stress. May medication, you can consult me. I can provide that and help you with that. Para naman po doon sa mga gratis. Okay? Okay. Huwag niyo pong tangkain na kayo ang magbigay at magreseta or whatever. Ibigay niyo yung gamot niyo mismo, ibibigay sa aso niyo, wag po yun, masama po yun, at delikado at baka life-threatening, baka malason sila. So, kailangan kumonsulta po kayo sa akin. Itong tulong po na ito ay ipoprovide namin Consult a Vet ni DJ Raymond at ni Direk Winnie po sa inyo. Kita niyo 24/7, just go to our page. We will help you out. Maraming salamat.
Okay. So si Direk Winnie naman, bigyan natin ng words para ngayon sa New Year coming. Kasi pa nakita tayo, January, lipas na yung salutong.
Well, siguro, ang masasabi ko lang, pasalamat ako, dahil kahit na pandemic, nabuo natin itong grupo natin ito, nagkaroon tayo ng pagkakataon na maibahagi yung ating mga natututunan, mga nalalaman doon sa mga ating viewers. Yes, so sa mga pag-aalaga ng mga akala natin, di ba? Pets lang ang magiging topic natin. Punta tayo sa livestock no? So, ganun pa man. Oo. So, mga poultry, sa mga halos, punta tayo dyan. So, siguro, ako looking forward ako doon nga sa kanina na babanggit natin for next year. I don't know kailan next year yan, kung anong month yan, na tayo ay makakapag-feature na ng mga iba nating mga samahan, sa
industry. Road trip na tayo, road trip.
Dito sa ating So, ganun pa man, to all our viewers, thank you for supporting and watching our show. Uli, makapagbigay din kayo sa amin ng tulong. Kasi sinabi, nakakapupos din ng isip ko anong topic natin. So, tulungan nila tayo to make the show more productive, more magbigay din sila mga informations nila, yung mga experiences nila. So, that's it. Siguro, see you all on next Saturday. And sana, we expect more messages, text, personal messages coming from the viewers doon sa mga gusto lang mga topic.
Yun. So, thank you. So,
Yeah.
guys, abangan
Bye.
natin. Actually, marami tayo naka-insert. Tsaka syempre, gusto kasi natin, marinig sila, di ba? Hindi yung puro tayo
Yeah.
lang. Alam mo naman kayo, maganda interaction eh. Give and take tayo. We'd like to hear also from you. So, ayan.
Saka
So, ayan,
information for our TV show.
Yes,
TV
oo.
program.
Yeah, tsaka actually, di ba?
Yeah.
Gagastos pa si Direk Winnie tsaka si Doc para lang marinig kayo, di ba? Yung, di ba, ang ganda nun?
Yes.
So,
Oo.
para tayo ay mas
Gagawin natin yan.
interactive, mas productive, alright, mas successful. So guys, thank you, Direk Winnie, Doc Jomar. It's time for us
Bye.
to wrap
New
up
Year.
this 45. Mag-lunch na tayo. Thank you sa mga nandiyan pa rin. But for those who would like to watch this from the start, ayan, Edge Talk Interactive sa Edge TV Philippines, sa UCAP Radio, sa TBN Asia, tsaka sa iba pang mga pages kung saan tayo naka-cross-post. Ayun. So, thank you so much. God
Bye.
bless.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. See you again
Bye.
on Saturday.
God bless.
So,
God bless. Keep
abangan
safe.
yung mga posts. Yeah, mga posts natin doon sa promo. Okay.
Sige.
So, thank you, and we'll be playing lang itong closing natin. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.